What's up, guys? Superdarkwater on the channel. I picked up this G.I. Joe comic book because I heard it was controversial that this teenage girl is Snake Eyes now, which at first glance you're like, what? That's weird. But then you take a second look and it's like, actually, this character design is kind of cool. I don't really know much about G.I. Joe or Snake Eyes, but like, look at that. Snake Eyes is dead. Long live Snake Eyes. I don't know. It's cool. But then you're like, what's wrong with this cover? It's like very dynamic. Like she looks like she's coming at you, but it's like bland. And you're like, oh wait, it's not bland. It's just the background is black and white because it's a reprint. So I didn't realize I bought a reprint. And then it says countdown to 250. What? Why wouldn't it just be countdown to 300? Dawn of the Dawn of the Arashikage, Part 1. So G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 246 by Larry Hama and artist Nitho Diaz. So look at all these awesome variant covers down here. Like that white one right there. It looks so cool. And this one too. I don't know. So I actually like this character design. I was really interested in it. So basically, this like teenage high school athlete with physical abilities got the attention of Cobra Commander, and she became a Cobra soldier. And then they did experiments on her and implemented the memories of the now deceased Snake Eyes. So she has memories of Snake Eyes in her mind, but she's still her. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. So it says at an amusement park in Tokyo, you're like, wow, look at all these dead ninjas. And this woman, okay, and and I don't. She just doesn't look like a woman. It's weird, except for her head. So she's looking at the crime scene, and there's a bunch of dead ninjas, and this guy comes out of nowhere, and he's like, oh, I was sent by the National Security Ministry of Defense. I'm the senior advisor, Harada. So his name is Harada, and he's a ninja recruited by the government to track other ninjas, and he's explaining how these ninjas were killed by the girl Snake Eyes, and like, look at that art, it looks dope. I don't know. I'm into this comic book. And so it's just like all these cool flashbacks of her like surgically. She said specifically, these were laterally bisected with surgical precision. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty dope. Like Snake Eyes is like allowing her to like be like the best swordsman on Earth. So then she like doesn't believe that a teenage girl could do it. He's like trying to convince her, and then she's like, can I see your credentials again? And then she gets a call from her like director, and she's like, let this man do whatever he wants. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, my apologies. So she gets a fool made out of herself. And like, I don't know, this artwork is cool. Like the dead ninjas in the amusement park. And it says, you can clearly see the indentation on the side of his head made from the clasp of a Prada bag. And you see this guy like slap him with the Prada bag. I thought that was pretty funny. And then you get this really awesome shot. And so it explains that the white ninjas are the Arashikage, and the red ninjas are outcasts, like renegades from rival clans and ostracized former Arashikage. So he's explaining how he's the liaison between the government and the ninjas, and then he like taps into this other like wall, and you get like this freaking upside down world from the movie Jim Henson's Labyrinth, and with a bunch of dead ninjas all over it. It's just cool. I don't know, like this is a cool comic book. It's like really weird. Wasn't expecting this from G.I. Joe. And then you get this really awesome freaking flashback to her killing all the ninjas. And yeah, it's just, yeah, okay, so her face is like all weird here. And I was like, what is this? What is her mouth doing? But then later on it shows like Snake Eyes doing that. And so I guess that's like his like catchphrase mouth position. So, yeah, and then basically one of the ninjas comes back to life. Harada punches him, and then he throws a sword at him. He catches it, and they're like, oh, you're a ninja too. And they're like, oh, what the heck? And then it shows Snake Eyes, teenage girl Snake Eyes. Her name's Dawn, apparently. Shows her with like this old woman who is Granny Demon, who's running the show for the ninjas, the Rashikaj clan. And she's talking about how Snake Eyes' memories are embedded in her, and she's like, who knows what disturbing and traumatic memories are lodged in there. And so it just shows her thinking, and it's all her thoughts are flashbacks to a previous war that Snake Eyes was in. And I was just like, wow, look at that. It's just like classic G.I. Joe shots. And I was like, wow, this comic is dynamic. It's got like really cool flashbacks, really cool storyline, and it stays true to the source material, from my opinion. I mean, like, from what I know about G.I. Joe, it's got a cool character that's a villain and cool guys that are in the army that are shooting people. Like, I don't know, that's what I know of G.I. Joe. And yeah, and then he's like, Snake Eyes is like kind of like just being reckless, like shooting them all, and like his team is like kind of like trying to guide him, and they get up close to the guys and they have to like slice them and use like different style fighting instead of just shooting. It's called something. It's like a type of war tactic. I don't know the word though. And then this is awesome. Snake Eyes just like shoots them all. And then yeah, so I don't know. I really liked that. It was just cool. And then this last shot of Snake Eyes like jumping down, and Granny Demon says, "It's no longer dawn. Snake Eyes is fully in charge now." And I don't know, like, it's kind of corny, but it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of interested to see what's next. Like, it was better than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be all, like, SJW politics and, like, trash. Like, I don't even know what I expected, but this comic surprised me. I liked it. So, tell me what you guys thought. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Or did you not even know it was out? But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. And comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what I should review next. And thanks for watching, guys.